Okay.
I actually force every mid who comes to me to play Annie, so.
All right. So Annie
And
mid.
for a reason. She's excellent for the mid. She's the best mid laner to play. But top lane, like due to how obviously top lane functions, it's generally a lot more tanks bruises,
All
and
right.
therefore picking those is in your favor. But there is nothing wrong with Annie. Like I'm fine with like a mid lane main picking any top.
Okay.
But yeah, that explains Spellwood though. I'm fine with Spellwood for top lane Annie actually. I was assuming it's mid.
No, I was top.
So obviously mid you should run Comet. Okay.
I went top without teleport.
Mm-hmm. But you like switch to teleport if stuff happened, I assume.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, that's fine. Cool. But yeah, just get OBS like updated, then set it to record, and then start for real.
All right. Uh, okay. I think I'm recording right now.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna start with your roles. So as I said, in terms of lane assignments, I coach the fundamentals of the game because those are what makes a good player, not anything else.
Right.
And basically, fundamentals are split between lane fundamentals and jungle fundamentals. This is also why, like, anyone who wants to play jungle who comes to me, I have to tell them to main it, and it's actually a bit harder than lane. Right now, you're a top laner, so you want to learn lane fundamentals. Guess what? Top and mid share exactly the same lane fundamentals. Bot lane does too, but it's a lot harder because, as you can understand, there's two people. As well as this support's even worse because it's probably the worst role to actually try and play and improve on.
Okay.
So if you just want to improve and do what's optimal, you should probably do top mid because the skills are exactly the same.
All right.
All right, that's my advice. I don't want you playing support basically. If you want to support, you'd have to be a support main, and even then, like I try and get people off it because solo lanes are the fastest, easiest, and most optimal way to learn the game.
Okay. All right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I do support to avoid the autofill, uh,
Oh, I
protection.
don't mind. I don't mind if you queue up top support, but what I would say is what you can do it like you have another account, so what you can do is you can queue like top support, and then wait, wouldn't it be more advantageous to? I see to avoid the autofill, but do you get how often do you get support though? It looks like you get quite a bit though.
Yeah, like every
That's the
four
issue. Yeah, that's the
games.
problem. You probably be better off like queuing like when you go off queuing top mid, then you get like top every game anyway.
Yeah, I usually get top every game.
Yeah,
But then if I do it too
just
much, then
like mid is the most popular role, so
yeah.
you're more likely to get top as well. So that's in your favor. Yeah. Um, no, cool. I think you're better off doing that. If you get autofill, you just dodge.
Just dodge. Okay.
Part of the system, and you have two accounts. So what you essentially have four times to queue up. So like you queue up top mid on your first account, this account, dodge. You wait 5 minutes, or you can go on your other account if you really want. Queue up straight away, top mid.
Okay.
Get support AD carry, dodge. Go back on this account, queue up straight away, top mid. You see, you get 4 queues if you use both accounts.
All right. All right.
Yeah, it's pretty optimal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously, you'll probably get top like every game. You'll spend most of your time in this account, but in the event that it happens, you have 4 chances as opposed to just one
Okay.
or two that most people have. Yeah.
So I'll just never like touch Raka again.
Yeah, no, right. If you get like, let's say you queue up 4 times, and on the last queue you get autofilled, you obviously play it. And if you get support, I'm fine with you to keep playing Serac, which is a great support, as Ned recommends.
Okay.
But we want to try and avoid that. We want to try and get you playing just purely top.
Okay. Got it.
And that's all. That's all I'm gonna. I focus on the main role. So you're gonna play top mid, cool. Right. In terms of champions, you're currently playing Darius. I'm fine if you want to continue playing Darius. Basically how this works is I want you to pick 2 champions. One's going to be your main. You're going to try and play him every game, and the other's going to be like a backup. Now I'm gonna wait. This is a shit one. I'll open my actual image. It's a lot better. Does it? So basically, this is a rough idea of the pool. There are some champions you're not allowed to pick, but like I need to pick 2. One main, one backup. If you want to pick Darius as main, if you've been playing him, that's fine. Darius is good, Darren's good, Malphite's really great, Pantheon's okay. You can play Volibear if you really have to. Sion's good, Vlad's good.
Okay.
Give you an idea. What are you thinking?
I'll just do Darius and Vlad. Is that okay?
Yep, that sounds good to me. And then what you can do is, if you're fine with it, you can play Annie mid and then Vlad mid as well. Because then you're playing the same champion both roles as backup.
All right.
As you can see, Vlad is here.
Yeah.
That's good. Or do you want to play any of the? You can also play any of these. These three are fine mid as well, if you really want. I'm also fine with these two.
Mm-hmm.
But it just seemed to make sense.
Yeah, yeah. I'll just stick to Darius Vlad.
Okay. Your Darius runes look fine to me. Where did the inspiration come from? That's I'd probably say to resolve, no inspiration.
That's just.
That's fine.
That's not from anything.
Okay. Okay. No. Yeah. So when it comes to builds for people, what I recommend is obviously you can use pro builds, like for example for like meta champions that have been played. For example, Vlad, you can just search pro builds because these are obviously the best players in the world.
Yeah.
So top lane Vlad, look, and Tara, right? Crazy. For mid lane Crown, you're basically looking for your LCK pros foul, and you just get the pages. So like I look at fouls, boom, there you go, right? So obviously Darius isn't played that loads. I mean, you actually might be now because he's coming into like I'll just have a little search, but like not really. Like that's as you can see, it's a bit now. I wouldn't use that as reference. Foul played again. Use phase rush. I prefer Tantra at the moment. But what you can do is you can go on OPGG Korea if Pro Builds fails you. If you don't, I don't know if you do this already, but oops. Champions, Darius. And then this will list you all the one tricks who are Diamond 2 and above in Korea, which is obviously really good. And what I like to do is I like to open like several of them up and I get an idea of their average build. So this guy's going Conqueror. He does a bit of phase rush, but maybe Conqueror. Ignore this guy. Well, that page is fine. I don't want PTA, but it's a bit odd.
Ignore this guy?
Just because he's running PTA, which is a weird build. Like, that's not standard.
How do I know that's weird? Because I'm just low elo.
Basically, like, at least if you know the runes, you should have a slight idea. But like, if you open enough of them and you see they're running something completely different to the others, as you're seeing here, it's indicated they are like a weirdo. As you're seeing with like all 5 pages, everyone runs either Conqueror or Phase Rush. No one runs fucking PTA, so it's quite obvious. This guy is like a bit of a weirdo.
Okay, just compare them to the other ones.
Okay. As you can see, the majority are running either the Conqueror page with Resolve, or they are running the Phase Rush page with Precision. And you take your pick. Same with builds. See how easy it is.
All right.
But if you want to run Conqueror, like run Bone Plate, and then you can run Second Wind or Chrysalis or something. That's what I'd say. Don't run Inspiration.
Okay. And Phase Rush is fine too.
Yeah, if you want the Phase Rush page, go ahead. It's also an option. So you want to be running this page. That one. You don't do Gathering Storm, no go Scorch, but I think that's fine.
What's wrong with Gathering
Storm? You're focused on. You're going to be focused on winning lane and lane dominance. Gathering Storm does not help you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Scorch is for the early game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How I coached this out was I'm focused on your lane and your lane dominance and your mechanics. Therefore, things which help you in lane are good.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah, but do you want the phase rush? We make your runes right now if you want. So wait, do you prefer the idea of the phase rush page? Or I just saw you running Conqueror.
I went Conqueror because of pro builds. I don't know.
I see. Well, basically, I mean, like they're both good. You go Conqueror if you want to do more damage in like single trades, but then you go phase rush if you want to have more movement speed and deal damage over time, or like have more mana and stuff over time. You like to spam your spells a bit more. That's the difference.
I wouldn't know what's more optimal.
They're very close. So it's actually what sounds better to you. There's not like To me, I don't care. They're both great. I personally think Conqueror is really nice, but like especially if you have lack of mana control to start with, there's nothing wrong with doing. Even one of my high like diamond students doing phase rush at the moment on him. So
okay, I'll try phase rush then.
Yeah, if you don't if it doesn't work out, you can just go to the Conqueror one with the resolve. Okay, so you're gonna make that page with basically with Scorch. You can even screen share me if you want. We can do it in your client.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait your pages for you, then I'll dive into the reorder stuff. Darius page, let's make the Vlad one.
The Vlad? Okay.
Yeah. Now Vlad's a bit interesting because basically he can run two like secondary options, and he tends to run like one for top, one for mid. So it's only Spellbook. Spellbook, Boots. You can run the Clotter if you really want, but I think Boots better. Yeah, Dematerializer, and then the cooldown one. Yep, and then you can now for top, they usually go domination. This is where it's interesting. They just go the double heal, like taste blood and then ravenous. But you can also go, especially for mid, you can go sorcery. So like a lot of the mid laners, they will go sorcery second, and then, yeah, they'll I think they'll run like celerity and storch or like ultimate hat and whatever. I'll check. I'll just make sure just quickly. But like that's what I noticed that like a key trend was the top laners went heal and the mid laners go sorcery. Yeah, it's okay. Crown likes ultimate hat. Let's have a look. Let's check some of the mid laners for you. Yeah, go celerity and storch. That's fine.
Well, that's for mid.
That's for mid, yeah. Or you can still run the domination one in mid as well, though. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But for top, I definitely recommend the heal one because you're playing against tanks and shit. You need to sustain.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll say what top.
Yeah, just if you want to, you can run it in mid as well. It's not like bad.
Oh,
That's
okay.
if you can't be able to change the page. That's what I meant. Like it can just be like I just noticed a lot of the mids run sorcery, so like it's just something to consider if you want. And then Annie.
Oh yeah, Annie.
Yeah, we'll change the spellbook one to just we're mid now. So Comet is sorcery. Comet probably mana flow. You can run ultimate hat for Tibbers, but like I think mana flow is better for lane.
Even
Gives you free.
it?
Still gives you free shit.
Yeah, but even after the change, because they changed it, right?
I know they changed it, but it still gives you free shit.
Oh, okay.
Ultimate hat doesn't help you in lane to level 6, so
Okay.
that's the way I think. And Team Mal still runs mana flow a lot. If you want more Tibbers though, you can run ultimate hat. Like I have no issues with that. But then celerity and storch, like as always, are just combat spells, and then go inspiration. And then you can go either boots or clock, and then dematerialize. But it's interesting. You can go dematerializer and cooldown, or you can go boots, clock, and cooldown. That's what I recommend. Whichever you prefer out of those, the first three. Like, there's nothing wrong with. You definitely want the cooldown one, but yeah, whichever first one you pick is your choice.
Okay.
Yeah. That's your 3 pages. Item builds wise, very basic. So I'll show you an image first, actually. So you can look back at my screen. You can leave the screen share on to make it easy. It doesn't lag or anything.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to show you an image. Ignore my shitty meme folder. So can you see this image? This is what I call the trash can.
Yes.
Right, cool. So this is the trash can.
All right.
Right, you're in the trash can. You're right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Right.
following you.
Pardon?
Yeah, I'm following you.
I know you are. I'm just making it clear. There's a lot of people. To make it clear, this is still a trash can.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people think it isn't. They think diamonds, like low diamonds, good. It's not. It's trash can. I am of the opinion that low diamonds basically no different to the level you're playing at right now.
All right.
There's basically no difference in terms of fundamental skill between the players on average. I've chosen you basically what I mean by this is you could take like 1,000 gold laning phases and put them next to like 1,000 average low diamond laning phases. You wouldn't notice the difference mechanically in terms of the fundamentals and all that. They're basically the same.
I see.
The reason there is a difference in the elos, and this is completely like blown out of proportion by everyone, because of the player populations, is because a low diamond player on average is more consistent than someone like you in gold. So what that means is they will make less mistakes on average. They won't die in those late game team fights. They'll win the game. So they win more games and they climb. But they aren't necessarily any different mechanically or different in terms of the fundamentals. They're actually still very trash.
Okay.
Just to emphasize that, and it's why you shouldn't worry about rank or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But this is obviously up here. It starts to matter a bit more, but still trash down here. So most players are stuck in the trash can. To give you an idea of the context behind this image, I was coaching a gold 5 mid laner from NA. After 2 sessions with me, he went from gold 5 to plat 5 in about a week, and he started thinking he was really good because of that. He started thinking he was hot shit, built a bit of an ego. So I'd take him down a notch and say, no, you are still trash. Keep working. And I made this image that made that really clear to him. But in doing so, I realized I made a fucking great image for everyone. For everyone to see. It explains why you do this process and why it's worth it. All right, so most players are stuck in the trash can. To get out of the trash can, you're supposed to learn the fundamentals of the game and get good. The issue is most players don't know what a fundamental is, or they don't know how to approach it, or they just don't care. You might have wondered why the cheese was there.
was about to ask that. Yeah.
Yeah, the cheese doesn't include cheeses, as in like cheesy plays, but it's not just that. The cheese encapsulates everything over here I've typed for you that are absolutely irrelevant for lower level players. So if you think any of these things matter in your gameplay, or that you've ever thought so, or you currently think so, please tell me now. We need to get them out of your head and just almost into the trash.
All right. No, so none of that matters in the top. In the
No.
right? For me.
Yes.
Okay.
Are any of those a surprise?
Not really. I always keep saying that.
Yeah, he does, but I just make it clear enough, and I can explain each one if there are any which stick out to you.
I guess counter picks, because my teammates always flame me for not counter picking.
Why do you care about what shit is thing?
Why do I care what they say?
Yes.
Because I've met people who just AFK if I don't listen to them.
Why do you care?
Because that's an automatic loss.
So why do you care about losing?
Okay, that's a good point.
Yeah, I know, right? No, don't listen to what idiots say. And they're not going anywhere. Don't let them hold you down. The reason counterpicks don't mean anything this level because the players can't play the champions. If they could, they'd be much higher.
All right.
There's a reason we recommend Annie, because the reality is Annie should lose every lane. If you think about it in terms of counterpicks and matchups. But the reality is Annie is a very simple champion, and Annie is a kind of champion that lets you play the game better. So Annie, if the player is better, will win every matchup in low level. Therefore, counterpicks don't mean anything. Anyone saying it does, that they are not to be listened to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
So is that clear enough?
Yeah.
Cool.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Sorry, it was just like quiet for a bit when I was saying all that.
Oh yeah,
I can hear you now.
you.
Yeah, so no, you shouldn't care what people say to you. Just ignore it. If they want, I know you ever it's like the phrase you don't fucking negotiate with terrorists as well. If they want to go AFK, they can go AFK. You just take the loss and move on. So that you report them, they get banned.
All right.
Yeah, the only the only people you should listen to is obviously I hope myself, but people like Nick, in the proper high level community, people Koreans. And elite players, within reason that there's a very low chance you should ever listen to someone at your level unless they literally show you something in game that is objective and that they are a good player. They could be a Smurf or something. If they don't, then they are absolutely, but that's very rare.
Right.
So yeah, fucking counter picks. Anything else?
No, none of the other ones stand out.
Okay, and it's the same thing in that, matchups don't matter at this level as much as people think it does. You can go into every losing matchup, and if you're a better player, you'll win.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the game works. It's why it's about skill, not champions. It's why the champions I picked you are the best, because they're simple, they let you ignore the champions kit, and they let you focus on the game. And it's about the game. The game is much bigger than champions until high level.
All right.
Once you get into high levels, it's different because you start playing against players who are competent at the game, so they can actually make the matchup matter against you. Yeah, you have to think about it a bit. You don't want to pick into a losing lane. If a player can, make you lose the lane from it. But at this level, they don't know what to do. So, but when I write the word matchups here, that doesn't mean you shouldn't know what the enemy champions do. You should know that absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that's as far as it goes. You should just know what their kit does and can do to you. You don't need to think about it beyond that. Same thing with item builds. Don't worry about special item builds and stuff. You should just have a core cookie cutter build you have for every game. Obviously, build armor versus heavy AD, build mag resist versus AP. That's as far as it goes.
All right.
So for example, Darius, very easy build, Black Cleaver into tank. You can build Titanic if you really want at some point. Vlad, I think he uses Proto Belt Zonyas and then build some standard AP items with the Andrews, Rylai's. You can go Spirit Visage, very easy.
Yeah, they're easy.
And he goes what at the moment is it still Haunting Guys? The Gmail's build is you can go Roar if you really want, but then you can also go the Haunting Guys into Rylai's, Leandri's, finish Zonya's.
Yeah, it's usually like that.
Yeah. Just keep to the same items and it's fine. As long as you have the basic items, it doesn't make a difference. What matters more is the gameplay. Another one which a lot of people I don't know if do you know the thing about Rome? But you shouldn't roam.
Yeah,
right. You've heard from Ned. Good. A lot of people don't get that. So yeah, just stay in lane. What I advocate is you basically focus on crushing lane, get your first turret down, then you can just like push the wave into their tier 2, and then you can start moving. You can start like roaming, sort of. You can start doing other things.
Okay.
Just the lane's pushed it. Basically, the enemy lane is stuck on their inner turrets. They can't go anywhere, and you have enough time to do things. Obviously, once the wave goes back to the lane, you go back. But that's all you need to do.
Okay.
Cool. Right. Let's get into the good stuff. So I focus on teach you the fundamentals. Because that's what you're supposed to focus on, not the cheese.
Yeah.
Now, the fundamentals are what defines a good player. And it's to the extent that basically I break the fundamentals down to stages. They're like little, that's what I'm going to do with you. They're like little stages or gates. And as you pass each one, you improve at the game. And what I say to every single student I coach is, if you're capable of passing all 5 of my stages, I can guarantee you Diamond 2 minimum.
Okay.
I just can. Now, I do place a note there because today I've had only 5 students make it that far. The reality is most people don't. They don't actually. Once I put them on it, they realize they don't want to put in the work.
Okay.
Because it does require work. Most people give up very early, usually around stage 2. They realize I just want to play this game for fun, which is fine. You know, that's good for them too. But like for the ones who are actually bothered to put in the work and go the entire distance, they very comfortably are high diamond plus now.
All right.
I just had a student hit it a week ago. He hit stage 5, and I put him on another account, and he's already diamond 1 within 100 games.
All right.
Yep, just to emphasize how it is. Okay.
Okay.
So that's interest in you. We're gonna embark on the fundamentals.
Yeah, I'm still interested in this.
Yep, I just have to make it clear, because like this isn't. I don't mess around, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really nervous now, but I'm still interested.
You don't be nervous. But like if you want to put it in, if you want to do it, you're gonna make it. Okay. So let's start with stage 1. You're gonna screen share me when you go to your client. So we're gonna go into the practice tool. Yep. So let's go back into the client. Right. I want you to add a bot. We're gonna add Mundo. Leave it on beginner. Then I'll explain to you the drill. So don't press start yet. Yeah. Stage 1 is CSing. Okay. Now everyone knows what CSing actually is. You hit minis, you get gold, right?
Right.
The issue is most players either don't know or never bother to learn how to CS properly, at least to my standards. I coached a lot of diamond players who can't pass this drill, so they can't actually CS properly. So this is the drill. You're going to go into lane against Mundo as Darius, he's your new main champion. You're not allowed to attack the minions, that's rule 1, as in you just have to last hit them.
Okay.
If you get me, so you let them just die naturally and then you last hit them.
I can't use like my abilities or anything to kill it?
Now here's the thing, you're allowed to level up your abilities, so you're allowed to have them there if you really need them. So for example, if there's 2 dying at once, you attack 1 to last hit it and you Q like W the other one, that's fine.
Okay.
But your aim is to try and use autos most of the time.
Okay.
Yeah?
Alright, yeah, I'm following you.
Cool. Rule number 2 is no trading against Mundo. You're not allowed to attack the bot. So basically, you're going to sit back outside his like attack range and obviously dodge his cleavers, and then you're just going to be walking up and lassoing. This all applies when the wave is in the middle. So like like a neutral 6-on-6 rough position in the middle of the wave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, you're going to do all that. Now, obviously, you're not doing anything to the wave. You're just lassoing. He's going to start bashing the wave and going crazy, and then he's going to start building up minions, and eventually you'll start to push. So basically, when you notice his minions starting to build up, and especially before it starts to push, you're allowed to change your patterns. You're allowed to start attacking the minions as much as you like. You're allowed to use your Ws to lasso if you need to. Just really thin the wave and don't get crashed on the turret. All right?
So it's not allowed to touch the turret?
Try not to, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
At least prep it before turret, you know?
Yeah.
Start really, like when you notice it really building up and before it starts to push into you, start basically thinning the wave. But when it's in the middle, normal position, just lassoing. Okay? Okay. We're going to do a 5-minute drill for the sake of time, and I'm going to be looking for 34 at 5. In your own time, you can also do like full 10-minute ones, but we want to save some time. So let's go.
Okay, so
Darius. Four runes and stuff. Imagine it's like a real game. Yeah, just one dose, yep. Let's get in the mindset. Cool. When we get in, I'll also just check your video settings are all nice. Because some people have some really like wonky video settings. Right, can you open your video settings quickly? Don't worry about the game time where we can reset. Oh, do you play on 768? That's interesting.
Is that bad?
Well, do you not have like full 1080? Or?
This one?
I'm interested. Yeah, it's better resolution. You see more.
I never noticed.
Yeah.
Okay, is that?
You've been playing on 768. Don't worry about the lane, by the way. Like, okay, go down to the bottom. Right, I want you to cap that to 144. I also want you to switch off character engine, otherwise it's fine. Just untick character engine, it's like right there.
Alright then.
Yeah. Just press OK. Right, I'll explain why I did what I did. So I can tell you got a decent computer, your FPS was like quite high. But it wasn't it wasn't stable. Don't worry about lane, by the way. Like, really don't. You can reset the practice tool to go back to like 0.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when it comes to FPS and video games, you want it to be the highest stable number you can get, and the highest cap is 144. So we have to stick to it. Basically, if your FPS is unstable, no matter how high it is, you get input lag.
Okay.
So basically, even though you had it really high, and you like visually you can't see the difference, but you can feel it in terms of inputs. If it's like skipping frames and if it's like jumping.
Okay.
So we basically cap it to make sure we don't get input lag. We at least cap it to the highest. You see that number in the top right? You want that to like basically like hardly be changing. And that's really good. That means it's stable. The only thing to make sure of is, do you know how many hertz your monitor is?
No, I don't.
I'd assume it's a regular 61. It's not like a full. I assume it's not like a full gaming one, which is like 144 hertz.
Yeah, it's not a full gaming one.
Yeah. Basically, you can get monitors which are like they run at the rate you're like run it, so you can get them to run at 144, so it's even smoother. That's why game monitors exist. But basically, because you have a regular monitor, you have to make sure VSync is on outside of game.
Okay.
Basically, if you switch VSync on in-game, virtual sync, it caps you at 60 and you get loads of input lag. It's really laggy. It's shit.
I see.
It is basically VSync makes sure the game runs at the same rate as the monitor does. So if it's 60 hertz, you have to run it at 60. But you get input lag. So the trick is you switch VSync on inside game to put the FPS higher, no input lag in game. But if you don't switch it on outside of game in your graphics card manager, you get screen tearing, and that is not nice. You get all these shitty particles across the screen. It literally like tears the screen. So make sure VSync is on outside of game, basically. You don't do it right now. Like it's not generally that bad, but
this should be on in future games.
Outside of game, not inside.
Oh, okay.
As in, you go into your your driver manager. Like, have you done like an NVIDIA one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you go into NVIDIA settings and you just switch on VSync in the 3D settings.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, this avoids screen tearing inside game. But if you put it on in game, it caps you to 60. It's fucking laggy. So
Okay.
this isn't just apply to League, by the way. This is like any competitive video game because we care about performance and stability.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Let's reset the game anyway using the practice tool. You just press the down arrow and reset game.
Okay.
Boom. Buy items, and you have to teleport bot lane, by the way, because the bot goes there. You can't change it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really annoying. It's blame Riot for that it doesn't let you change it. You can teleport using Shift S, or you can just use the teleport cursor.
Okay.
And then fast forward. So it's like fast forward 30 seconds.
Right there.
Yeah, and then press it again, and then you'll be ready to go. Nice. All right, so just stand back and last hit when it's in the middle, and then if he starts to build up those minions, start attacking, going crazy, basically attacking the wave, thinning the wave. Obviously try and position properly, move properly, clip properly, and avoid damage against Mundo. Imagine it's a real player, because he will try and put pressure on you if you don't position properly. Just wait till the minions are low to watch up. Wait till you have to watch up and last hit them, basically. Time it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got crashed just a bit, basically. That's why you're having issues.
Yeah.
You'll get used to it. And the irony is this bot probably like pressures you better than a lot of dog players do.
Yeah, kind of.
It's still a bot, obviously. Like it's not human, but like it does actually do a lot of good things. Sorry about the noise, there's some like fucking car outside. Good. Yeah.
Oh my god. Wow, dude, he was in the way.
Yeah, but if you have enough accuracy, you can click around them. I also have no. Yeah, you're going. I'm gonna give you something to help with that afterwards. Right, these are the last four. Yeah, these ones don't count. The ones coming in. Right, so that was actually not bad for a first attempt. You technically failed the drill. Right.
Yeah.
So you might want to do a few more, but you're 30, so that's actually alright. You're not too far. You have pardon? It was 34.
Oh,
it's 34.
Okay.
So you were just off. Like, but you probably felt like you did alright. Like probably felt like, maybe you thought you could CS, but the reality is this is what real CS looks like.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, you feel the pressure the bot puts on you. Now, but here's the thing: you know how to position quite well. You didn't take much damage from under, which is really good. You're aware of lane position, which is really good. You're alright with the CSN. One thing I know you kind of know, but I wasn't just watching UCS, and I was also watching your reverse. I was basically evaluating you, where you're at in the game, how good you are. So there's two things I really know which are advice to me. One thing you definitely need to work on is basically your clicks, how you pilot your avatar. You're just a bit slow. Times you might notice sometimes how you just miss like a CS, or you're just like 1 inch off. That's why.
Yeah.
Because you're not clicking quite fast enough to make yourself be able to do certain things. I'm not talking about like high level shit here yet. I just mean like just a bit better with the movement. Okay. I don't know if you watch Nico, you see how he wiggles and stuff. You need to be doing the same thing. For example, I noticed several times you walking up and you weren't wiggling on the spot. You were doing very slow, long movements side to side, like if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And as a result, you were missing the farm. And it's like, no, you've got to be more precise. Basically, click closer to Darius. Click a bit more smoother and just a bit faster. Other than that, that's fine. Another thing I noticed is you use right click to CS.
Is it supposed to be with A?
It's a good thing. I'm going to explain to you why, though. And the main reason I was alright with it, because you find that I noticed there were several times you were missing, especially those are times when you like attacked Mondo. And this is where this can help. So I want you to teleport mid lane. We don't care about Mondo. Or top lane. Teleport top lane. Just drop it away. Yeah, just TP there. Shift S. Nice. I want you to stand. I want you to sort of like back off a decent like attack range from the wave. I want you to stand still. Stand behind the next wave. We're gonna take full weight of aggro. But yeah, stand still.
Okay.
Right, I want you to imagine you're going to attack one of those minions. I want you to right click on the ground once next to them and then let it run. So then just right click the ground. What happens when you right click? You run. No, he runs. Yes. Right, I want you to do the same thing, but A click on the ground. So like walk back and then A click on the ground, like, and then like go back a bit. So like let him run, but then you're gonna see the difference. What does Darius not do? He walks up to attack, but then he doesn't run. So he will stop when he gets inside his attack range. He won't go out of control.
Oh, it's on the edge, like when he's...
Yes. Whereas if you try right-clicking at the top, like miles away, like past them, see, like just right-click, not A-click. Yeah, even A-click. See the difference? He will just run.
Yeah.
Unless you cancel it. This is one advantage of A-clicking.
Okay.
But especially as I can imagine, you misclick sometimes. If you were basically if you like, here's the thing: a lot of high-level players will right-click because it's actually quite nice if you have really good mouse accuracy, like you never misclick. That's fine. But if you basically had that level of ability, you probably wouldn't be Gold 2. Yeah. Have you ever had it in lane sometimes where you like misclick and you sometimes take a bit of damage or sometimes die?
Yeah. Sometimes I just tip.
This avoids that. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is one advantage of A-clicking, is that it won't basically run. It will run to attack, but then it won't go further. It will only attack.
All right.
Now, and as you can understand, if you're and here's the thing: you should never really you should be trying to click on the minions. So if you're clicking on the minions themselves, you're not really going to run that far anyway. Whereas if you right click, you run. Cool. And it basically gives you more control of your avatar. There's another little hidden advantage that people don't really think about. So when you right-click to attack, you're using the same button, the same finger for two different actions, attacking and moving. Correct?
Yeah, correct.
When you're using A-click, you're using a different button and a different finger to do attacking, and you're leaving the other button and finger open for moving at the same time. This lets you basically keep both going up at the same time and gives you much more control and speed over your avatar and doing good shit.
Okay.
You feel it?
Yeah, so I should... Yeah.
You should, in my opinion, yeah, for low-level players especially, A-clicking is something to consider for the two advantages I gave you. There's also a third advantage that you can actually click on the ground if you misclick or if you want to. Like you can never do that with right-clicking, right? You can't click on the ground. So that is another advantage. You have to click on the minions. Whereas you can A-click on the ground, yeah. And do you know what this is really useful, especially on ranged champions, when you're Titan, when you're away from someone. So what you can do is you can imagine you're running away from that minion. So you spam right click behind while spamming A click behind at the same time. It will attack them while you run.
Okay.
Yeah. Whereas if you're trying to run from someone with right click, you have to right click backward, right click forwards, right. You see what I mean? It's a bit harder.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now I don't want you to A click today because you're not used to it. I feel very odd. But in your own time, on top of learning stage 1 and doing the drills, you can also practice doing A-clicking and get used to it, if you want. At least, as you can feel, it is something I would advise.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, cool. You can come out the drill.
Okay, just leave?
Yep. So that was stage 1 anyway. So to summarize, you're actually learning a bit more than I said. You weren't just CSing. So you were learning obviously to CS with all attacks, and this is a really important skill. And I'll explain why with the next stage. Especially for mid laners, like this is a lot of people. I get a lot of people coming to me that the diamonds fail, like a lot of diamonds fail that drill because they get to there just like CSing with spells. Basically, they don't know how to CS with auto attacks, and like this is actually really bad. And I'll explain why with the next stage.
Okay.
But that was one thing you were learning. Now, if you remember, I told you not to attack the minion, especially when it was in the middle.
Yeah.
Now, the reason for this was actually that, number 1, you learn natural wave control. So basically, you learn not to shove like an idiot. And you learn to control the wave, just by not attacking the minions.
Okay.
Okay. On the flip side, you were also learning wave control in that I told you how to deal with a pushed wave. So this is how you deal with when someone shoves you.
Yeah, I was all over the place when it was shoved.
Yeah. So you were also learning that. But as you can see, there was more in that drill than I said, but I just said go CS and don't attack mini.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, the past stage 1, basically, you have to do those drills. You can do the 5-minute ones. You can also do 10-minute ones. For 10 minutes, you're looking for 80 at 10.
And then 5 at 34.
And then
or
34 at 5, yes.
Yeah.
It depends how much time you have and everything. But like 10-minute ones, 10-minute is the main benchmark for CS in real games. So it can be nice, but if I appreciate not like everyone has not everyone has loads of time. It depends on the person. But like and then you just do that until you get really comfortable, and maybe get your A clicking down to, and then make sure you can just comfortably do the drill, get the CS. Then what you do is you go into, and you shouldn't be really playing much rank. You should just drill. You should just do drills, okay?
Okay.
Like if necessary, you spend the rest of the day just drilling. And the next day and the next day until you just basically get it down. Because then what you do is you go into ranked at that point once you're getting like 80 at 10, 34 or 5 or without blinking on Darius, still on Vlad. You can do it on any two. And then you go into rank. And your aim is to basically just focus on stage 1. So it's just the CS. Now, in a real game, you're allowed to trade. Like, I'm not saying stand there and get be bullied, but you're not trying to trade, if you get me.
Okay, so I just
call it ranked is like your practice tool. So this is a stage 1 ranked game. You just go in CS, and your aim is to get 70 at 10, 2 to 3 games in a row on Darius. Then you've passed stage 1.
Okay. And then
you move on to stage 2.
Wait,
which is what I'm about. Pardon?
It was 70 or 80 at 10.
70 in a real game against a real player, 80 against the bot.
Okay.
But the reality is being able to get 80 against the bot makes it very easy to get 70 against the shit players.
I see.
That's why I do it that way. But the reason I set you up like this is because I'm not just showing you how to lane in CS against goals. I want you to be able to competently CS at if you can pass stage 1, I could throw you into a high diamond game, tell you just to farm, and you would be able to farm. You wouldn't you wouldn't win lane, but you wouldn't lose. You just farm. You just get max farm.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I coach people.
Okay.
All right, and then just because the drill puts you under a lot of pressure, especially because you can't trade with them back. So it teaches you how to CS under pressure, and it teaches you all the other aspects of wave management I told you as well. Just by CSing.
Yeah.
And not attacking minions.
That was difficult by itself.
I know, but if you repeat it and you drill it, it would become natural. That's the point. So that and you start to improve at it already. You might have noticed through the drill.
Yeah, I could feel it.
Right. So now I'm going to show you stage 2, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go into a live game. We're going to try and put 1 and 2 together today. Obviously, after the session, you go and follow it as I just said. But it's just it's almost like a bit of fun. There's a bit of realism to get you to just feel how the fundamentals are. I don't expect you to be very good today. Don't worry.
All right.
No one. It's very rare for people to be. So give me a second. I'm just going to show you. I'm just going to set up something for you.
Yeah.
There you go. Right. So what we just did was stage 1. Also, I guess just for imagine this is these are both level 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's actually quite important.
Okay.
So what we just did was stage 1. So basically, every time the enemy minions get low, you should generally look to step back in the lane. So let's just draw this one. That one's a bit far. So this one. So generally, whenever you notice the enemy minions start dying, you take a step back in lane, sort of where Kuve is here. Right.
Okay.
And then you walk up and let's hit it.
Right.
Right. As you can tell in the drill, I already basically placed you on the X, so I told you to stand back.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. But in a real game, you basically have to take the step back first, as you notice that just before the minions starts to die, basically, when you notice it getting low. The reason you do this is so you don't take damage from the
Okay.
Because whenever you farm, you don't want to take free damage. So you just do a little wiggle back, and then you wiggle up and CS. That's stage 1. All right, is that all clear?
Yeah, but All right,
But well,
I see. Because
yeah.
I forgot
Hmm?
what my question was, but I understand.
Cool, right, but that's stage 1. Here's the thing. In the real lane, you shouldn't just be watching the enemy minions. You also have to watch your own ones too at the same time.
Yeah.
Why? Because this guy wants to try and last hit them. And we want to try and trade with him every time he does.
Right, I have
So,
to punish him for CSing.
yeah. So basically, when none of these minions are dying, and you're not having to step back to farm, you look to step up in the lane.
Mm-hmm.
You look to step up in the lane to trade. Have you ever heard Nick use the word pocket before? In his sessions?
Sometimes, yeah.
Cool. This is a pocket. So basically, a pocket is an area of the lane which you can use to your absolute advantage to dump to the enemy. It's the space between where you're supposed to CS and like step back and farm, stage 1, and then the space where you're supposed to step up to trade, stage 2.
All right.
And you look to step up when your own minions are getting low, because this guy comes in to CS them. That's stage 2.
Okay.
Right. And that is what now you see I've drawn arrows here. Are you aware of the principle of whittling Nick sometimes talks about?
To just be in range of the enemy's CS,
right? No, it's not just being range. You whittle because it keeps you active, it makes you unpredictable, and it makes it very easy to do things like move between backing off the CS and trading to attack them. So what I'm saying is you shouldn't be inside your pocket just standing still or just like doing some basic up and downs. You should be whittling, going up and down constantly, basically, pretty much.
I just have to be erratic in that pocket.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or at least active. Because it makes it easier for you to go where you want to. So like if you notice you have to step up, you instantly step up and trade. You instantly back off in CS, and it also makes it very easy to dodge things as well or dodge them if they come at you. Okay. That's the reasoning behind it all. Now, when it comes to pockets, this could be a pocket, and this could be a pocket as well. I generally advise people to generally start the middle, especially in mid lane, but like sort of in top lane too, because number 1, you get creep block when you're in the middle. And number 2, if you go for a trade on top of their minion, they can hit you in the minion at the same time. Whereas if you approach them from the side, they have the choice, you or the minion. CS, if they go for the farm, you damage them. If they go for you, they miss the farm. It's a choice. Yeah.
Okay.
Now in top lane, I've drawn it here for visual clarity, but like in top lane, it can often be advantageous to be this side. Because of the brush and because it places you further away from ganks. The only thing to watch out for is you generally shouldn't be, regardless of that point, you should also be aware of your lane opponent as well. It's generally advantageous to be like diagonally opposite your lane opponent for the sake of trading, CSing, and avoiding damage from them and landing shit on them.
All right.
But ideally, you position yourself around here generally. Unless you fear a lane gank, in which you stand this side.
All right.
Okay, but the main thing is that you stay to the side and you just use your pockets. And again, the pocket is basically placed closely where the wave crashes, and where it is depends on the matchup. So like if this was a range matchup, I'd have to put you back here, and you can't even really go for stage 2 into a range matchup, by the way, because there's no point. You just take damage, you lose. In a range matchup, you're basically farming. In fact, stage 1 is like your stage 2 because you're trying to go for trade. You're trying to go for CS most of the time. You're trying to take free CS without taking as much damage as you can.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Sorry. Yeah. Basically, into a range matchup, stand back, look to farm. About stage 2, but in most top lane matchups, it will be a melee, bruiser, or tank warrior. So this all applies properly. So to repeat, so whenever your enemy ones are getting low, back CS. When your own ones are getting low, look to step up and trade. And I'll emphasize why this is so important, or how impactful this is. So there are 6 minions every regular wave, right?
Yeah.
if you're able to do stage 2, like I said, you're able to pressure them every time that your minions are getting low. That is 5 or 6 trades every wave. This isn't like this, especially on Darius ODS play. This isn't like 100% accurate. I'm not amazing at maths, but I don't think I'm far off. Yeah, sorry. Singe bars like here.
Yeah. That's
Just an idea.
it's basically that.
So that is lethal off 1 wave at level 2.
Mm-hmm.
You see how impactful this is.
Yeah.
And this is what most people are missing. Now, people are aware of trading, but like I even coach up to like fucking masters, and people don't watch their minions, and they're not capable of trading 5 or 6 times a wave. Because if they were, this would be happening. And this would be happening for you, and you probably wouldn't be involved.
Alright, should I still be doing this even if I know a gank is coming? Or
No, obviously not. No. If you know a general is coming, you be safe and you pack off. That's a different story. This is this is about just regular laning.
Oh, it's just assuming like it's just 1v1 purely. Okay.
Which it is majority of the game. You know,
Right.
Jungler only interacts with you in a very small time frame, whereas you're in, especially in top lane.
I see. All right.
Yeah. No, and what matters more in lead is refining the basic skills than worrying about things like that. We'll deal with junglers and like shit like that once we get you through the mechanics and once we get you onto a point where I can show you macro. But there's no point. I want to get you mechanically smooth and crushing every lane you're into. In fact, if you're capable of doing this. Jungler won't even want to come because you'll double kill them. Okay. You can have lanes over at level 3. You can have enemy laner out of lane or dead level 3. Or if he decides not to do anything, he misses as much farm as that is worth.
Okay then.
Yep.
I'll just focus on trading.
Yeah, stage 2. That's what. When it comes to this process, I'm giving you what you need to work on. Only what you need to work on.
All right.
So stage 1, get your farming down. Stage 2, start looking at the own minions too, and starting to whittle, starting to use pockets, and starting to learn how to trade every time your own wants to get low. Now, a trade doesn't mean like a heavy trade on all in. You shouldn't be doing that. You're just trying to do little trades. So Darius, you might auto Q auto or auto W auto, right?
Yeah.
You know, very little, and then every time you're just trading back and off. You don't take minion aggro to stay in your pocket. You're not staying up. You're not lurking. You do that when you get them in lethal and you kill them. You know, once you notice they're in lethal, yeah, you go in and kill them. You know, you go heavy. Just turn on Ghost if you want to.
All right.
Right? But you wait until they're in lethal. Until then, you just do little quick trades because the damage builds up, and before they know it, they're fucked.
All right then.
That's how laning works. Now, I told you as well not to attack minions, right?
Yeah.
Now, I gave you one advantage, which is that it gives you good wave control, so you don't push like an idiot and it stays around the middle, or you can even have it here if you're really good at it. It's really nice, and that helps you with the junglers too, by the way. Mm-hmm. But there's another little advantage or a reason you shouldn't randomly attack minions or push waves, and this is why. So when you attack an enemy minion, it's going to die faster, right?
Yeah, of course.
If the enemy minions are dying, where do you have to stand and what do you have to do?
I have to stand farther back, right?
Yeah, and CS. Right. But if you're attacking minions and you're having to CS more, essentially, and focus on CSing more, what can't you do?
I can't trade? I can't punish?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So basically, if you attack minions or use spells randomly on the wave, in a regular laning phase, I'm obviously not when you're getting pushed. I've told you how to deal with that. And same when it's pushing here. But like, when it's in the regular instances of laning, around the middle, all that shit, if you randomly attack minions, it affects almost the stability of the wave, and you're forced to CS more, and you reduce your time for trading.
Yeah, I see that.
You see?
Okay.
Right, I'm emphasizing this. I coach a lot of people, and you might have been guilty of this too, who just randomly attack some minions, or they randomly push a wave. Have you ever noticed in next coaching sessions when someone does this and he screams at them?
Yeah, sometimes.
This is why. He doesn't explain it, but he knows why. But this is the explanation. Because they are directly reducing the amount of damage and pressure they can put on the opponent just by attacking the minion. So basically, in general, don't attack minions. Just let them get low and last hit them. And then what that means is you can, when you're not CS, and you can just focus on the trading. It's very easy when you do it like that.
Okay.
Right. But that is essentially, that is the majority, that's stage 2, and that's why when you're going to go into live and you're going to try and do both. But obviously after the session, get your CSing down until you really don't have to think about it. Then it makes it very easy to focus on this stuff, because this is not easy at first. It will take you a while. But if you just focus on it, and once you don't have the CS inside to think about, it's a lot easier.
Yeah,
you know, you can literally go into every game just watching your bars, watching your pockets, whittling and trading every game.
All right.
Cool. Right. Just one little thing I have to note. This doesn't apply at level too much. Well, obviously, stay in your pockets. Pockets you should just in general good shit for lane, but I don't want you to follow these strict rules at level 1. So let's imagine we're level 1. The reason why is that basically level 1, the aim is to get level 2 before they do.
Oh, okay. So you want me to push?
Well, I don't want you to push, but I want you to go into lane and attack minions to get level 2 before they do. So
Okay.
you are like, you're doing a push in action, but you're not trying to push. So what that means is basically you attack more than they do, but only slightly more. It's a balancing act, because you don't want to attack the wave so crazy that you end up here at level 2, because then you're fine.
Okay.
Right, but you want to get level 2. So what I say is go into lane and start attacking minions. You're allowed to use your spells, use your Ws, just to stay ahead of them. Your aim is just to kill 6 before they kill 6.
Okay.
So if you can keep them at 5 when you're about to get number 7, the wave's not going to push, but you're still going to get level 2. Whereas if they're on 3 or 4, well, 4's alright, but if they're on 3 and you're on 5, well, what's going to happen? It's here.
Okay.
You see, it's a bit of a balancing act, but when you go into lane, yes, you start attacking minions heavily. You focus the wave, because you want to get 2 before they do. Now, you sort of ignore them. You don't ignore them completely, so if they walk up too far, your Darius as well fucking hit them, but your main aim is getting 2. Right? So, yeah, do you know how many minions it takes at level 2?
No,
It's 7 in a regular wave, not a cannon wave, but in a regular wave to start the game, it's 7 minions. So yeah, your aim is to kill 6 before they do. So let's imagine this is number 7. So you've just killed 6. He has like 5. So what you're getting 2 first. So you just basically stand up next to the enemy minion, like here, last hit it with an auto, and then you go in and trade with the level up. That's it. That's all you have to do at level 1.
All right.
Because the level 2 spike is just so strong. You have an extra ability, you have more damage, you have more health. You win.
All right.
As long as you don't tank an entire wave for too long. But that's use the brushes and shit. But yeah, the level 2 trade, if you pull it off, can basically win you lane from the start.
All right. Got it.
So it's too good to ignore, especially this level. Just players won't respect it, that they're incompetent. So. Right, but obviously on the flip side, if they're getting 2 first, back off and just wait for level 2. But once you've hit 2, once you've done that trade, or you haven't because they back off, that's fine. Don't chase them. You stop attacking the minions at that point. You get inside your pocket. Stage 1, stage 2. All right.
Okay.
Is that clear enough?
Yeah, this is clear. Just
okay. One extra little thing. So as you start to dominate lane, you will start to crush them, and they will stop interacting with the wave. They will just stand there sometimes. As you can understand, this will naturally push. You'll get a slow push. That's fine. So let's say you get a slow push into here, into the enemy. Don't panic. Don't worry. The answer is you just crash it into tower. Nick calls this a bounce. You might have heard him use that word before.
I've heard that, but I have no idea what he means by that.
This is what he means. So a bounce is basically that you essentially crash a wave under turret before the next wave it gets anywhere near. So the easy way to do that is basically let like if you're here, let one enemy wave come and then crash it. And then what will happen is it will reset back to the middle. Because basically all your minions will die to their tower, and there will be no enemy ones to stop the net. Like your wave will be gone, so the next wave of theirs walks right into the middle. Or close to the middle. But yeah, I emphasize you really have to make sure you don't push it when an enemy wave is arriving, because that will block it right here, and you're fucked.
Okay. Bounce.
So just
it works like. I'm still confused with this.
So if you get a pushing wave,
yeah.
crash it under turret, just after their wave arrives.
Okay. Just after their wave arrives.
Yeah, because basically, if you crash it when their wave is coming in, freeze. And you don't want to get frozen there, do you?
No, that would be bad.
So, yeah. Whereas if you bounce it correctly, back to here, and you can continue dumpstering them.
Alright.
Is that all clear? I know it's a bit, but like this is, you know, you have the VOD after the session to recap in your own time.
It's a bit, but it's getting clear.
Yeah, cool. Do you have any questions before we? Well, you can screen share me at least. We'll queue up, and then if you have anything to ask me, you can.
No, I don't have any questions to mind. Just
okay, cool.
Just wave manipulation is really big to me right now.
It's big, I know, but like what I do is I basically give you a very easy, because if you don't attack the minions, right?
Yeah.
If you get pushed, you fin the wave, and you did that in the draw.
Yeah.
If you get a push, you crash it, you bounce it, easy. That's it.
Okay.
And then you can just focus on doing stage 1 and 2, CS and trading the rest of the time.
All right.
Level 1, just go in and get level 2. If you don't, back off and wait for 2. That's it.
Okay, and then I just try to punish him and dominate the lane.
Yeah,
after
exactly.
That. Okay.
And then this lets you get leads and working your mechanics and becoming a better player. Because like, yeah, lane dominance and laning phase, everything is solo queue. Right, but yeah, let's queue up anyway.
So this all applies no matter if I'm melee or range.
Yes. Well, if you're obviously, but obviously, if you're melee into range, as I said, you can't really do the trading. You just CS.
Yeah, but if I'm like Vlad into a melee, then it should have an easier.
Yeah, it's even easier because you can. Yeah, but it's a lot easier to do. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
How is it if it's range versus range? Is it?
It's the same.
It's just there's not.
It's ranged, so you have to like walk up a bit more and back off a bit more because of the spells.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's exactly the same. Yeah. In top lane, the pockets are a lot closer because they're melee champion. That's all.
Okay then.
But like, yeah, that's literally the only difference. One thing you do have to get used to in mid, for example, is that like when you're going for trades and as a melee champion, you can just sort of walk up a lot more. In mid lane, you have to like wiggle a lot more when you go up. You're basically trying to like fate or walk up to bait out a spell, and then you turn around and trade with them.
All right.
Now, honestly though, at this level, you can just walk up. A lot of the time, you still trade because these players are incompetent. But like, you naturally have to get used to starting to bait people because as you play against better players, they will just fire it straight in your face if you do that.
Right.
Yeah, so we have Vlad.
Okay, I haven't played Vlad. I've never played Vlad.
Well, that's a first time for everything.
Yeah. Wait, I don't know if I have him here. Wait.
Oh, okay. Well, when we dodge, if we really want.
Oh my god.
Yeah, let's dodge.
I don't have him. Oh my god.
Let's dodge and do on your other account. It's fine. Don't worry.
Okay, my other one.
Yeah, this is what you do. But yeah, obviously get Vlad on that account, please. I assume when you were picking a champion, you were picking one you had.
Oh my god, I forgot to buy him.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Does LS have his coaching thing up now?
No. I have no idea when the site's showing up. I just know I'm on it.
How does he qualify the coaches? Or
basically, we're a set of coaches who have proven ourselves to him in terms of quality and excellence, and we're people who actually want to try and help people and help players, not just I don't know, some like bullshit scheme fit stuff which a lot of coaches do, where they say like they don't set champions in the way we do. Like they say like play these simple champions and focus on the game. They will say like you gotta run this champion, run this fucking rune, and then you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta win the game like this. Doesn't help you. Yeah, you're gonna climb like gold to plat or something. Then you leave the sessions and you drop down again. Like Jesus Christ. So yeah, I don't know like how exactly it's up to him, but like I make an assumption. Yeah, like we've shown our excellence, I guess.
Okay. How long have you known?
I've been coaching under Nick for nearly 2 years. To give you an idea. So, it's been a while. It's been a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I started for free towards the end of the summer of 2016.
Opposing me.
As under Nick. Basically he was looking for someone to help him with low-level students because he was getting frustrated with having to coach them, and then I put myself forward, and basically I didn't fail. I kept succeeding, and then eventually it snowballed, and I am, as you know me today, the bronzologist. That was he gave me that title.
Nice. So the primatologist.
Pardon?
Also the primatologist. He says that.
Primatologist?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's been saying that one. I don't even know what does that mean. I actually don't know. I've asked what that one. Because like I know I've made sense of bronzologist, which is that like I don't just coach bronze players. You see, I've coached up to challenger actually. I had a player hit challenger. He dropped far after because he was a bit naughty and he didn't complete my process first, so he wasn't ready. But he still got there at the wrong point. But like the reality is everyone has bronze in them. And I'm the one who gets rid of it.
All right. Yeah. For the primatologist, it means like you study monkeys and you just.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I'm a primatologist.
Yeah, that's like he said.
Yeah, I'm very good at it. No, I mean the reality, and maybe we can talk about it in the session as well. But like one thing I'm good at, and I've realized I have a talent for, is most people's issues in game are not in game. They are always outside of game. I sort of learned this from Nick, but like I have a lot of experience with Ron as well, and that I basically have more recently really started focusing on real life, like people's real issues, because when you fix those issues, everyone succeeds. You know, if you're stable and happy outside of game, you're inside game.
I see.
So yeah, and you know, I get light issues. I've also had a lot of heavy. I've had people who are suicide risks. I've had people whose parents have got cancer. So, you know, it's a mixed bag.
Man, that sucks.
Or I get a student who's like been worrying recently because he likes a girl. Like it's funny.
Oh, okay.
You know, that's how it works. But like, you fix the problem, or you try to, and then everything in game follows as a result. And that's how I approach things.
I think Ellis, are you a psychiatrist?
No, I'm not a psychiatrist. I worked in law. I actually just quit my job because of personal events. But like, just I want to take a break and everything, and I want to like I've decided to like try and do my coaching and go back to my parents and then I'm gonna rebuild. But yeah, I worked in law for a year in a law firm.
As a lawyer. I think you said
that. Yeah, that's who I am. Worked as a paralegal.
I don't know what that is.
Like a paralegal is like a legal assistant, so to speak. Like they work under the attorneys in your country. You do have paralegals in the US though.
Okay.
So like they're not like legal secretaries, but they're like still bottom of the ladder essentially. And everyone usually has to start there, unless you manage to fully qualify as an attorney or something, then get in that way. But that's rare. So you have like you have legal secretaries right at the bottom, paralegals, regular attorneys, associates, partners, senior partners, then managing partner, normally in the law firm.
All right.
That's how it works.
Is Shield okay on this?
Yep. Oh yeah. Do every fucking game if you want. So who are we doing, Sachi?
Cho'Gath.
Okay, yeah, so that's good. Regular melee matchup to start with. And this is where against him, Whittling comes in, because you have to watch out for his spikes. Yeah. So. Yeah, and the way for Whittling is basically you whittle up and down, so that you don't give yourself away essentially. So for example, if you're going up and down, just up and down, constantly, if he chucks his spikes at you, it's very easy to sidestep, because he's going to drop it on you vertically, isn't he? Yeah. Because you're going up and down. Obviously, high level players will predict you, but like that, these are fucking goals. Okay. Yo, so basically, you. Pardon?
I was gonna say, I mute all. Is that okay, or is that?
Yeah, go ahead. Oh no, go ahead. You shouldn't be. Okay. Don't type in chat.
Yeah, I
Like I have enough issues telling people not to type. So like as far as typing goes, you can say like good job or Baron at most. Yeah, no, just use pimps. Yeah, absolutely. Mute everyone. I'm absolutely fine with that. I need to set to record actually. Shit, myself.
Oh wait, I don't.
I will not rest.
So try to get level 2.
So just start attacking minions. Obviously, you might try and widow and stuff because you might try and drop spiders on you. Just keep attacking minions though. Don't stop. You don't want him to get ahead of you. Yeah, use your W's and stuff if necessary. Also, if he walks up to you, you're allowed to axe him. You know.
Yeah.
But he's ahead of you right now. What the fuck's he doing?
I don't.
He just opened. He literally just gave you an opening. And he's taking mini aggro. Just use the brushes and stuff. No, he's gonna get 2 first, so respect it. Right, he's gonna get 2 off this next minion, so just be really careful. Like, just get ready to back off a bit. Yeah, you're gonna get 2, good. Right, now I want you to get inside your pocket.
Oh,
Yeah. No big trades. Hit him when he goes for fun, basically. Good. Well, you probably should have got an auto in there as well.
My destination is clear.
I only missed that one.
No, I missed it.
Just let him go. Yeah, your issue is you're level 2 and he's level 3. So in the general lane, like you're trying to do stage 1 and 2, but you have to be really careful that they have a level on you, basically. As I don't know why Kane's not level 3. What's he been doing?
No mistake.
This is fine. He's gonna miss farm.
I
Let's
have
be.
my order.
Right, you're gonna have to push now because this is the slow push example I gave you earlier.
Okay.
Yeah. So just wait for a wave. And now you're looking to trash just straight away. Look at don't worry about him. He's got mana. Obviously, be wary of the enemy jungler, but like use your Q and stuff. You can kill him actually. Yeah, brilliant. You should have flash Q'd that actually.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if you flashed on, you know what? When the Q was winding up, if you had flashed on him, it would have killed him.
Oh yeah. I thought it wouldn't be worth it.
Just back off Chateau's Chateau's literally coming find you to back off further. If Chateau walks up, run. Okay, you didn't. That's why I told you to back.
Oh.
No, why do you stop it? Holy shit.
I'm sorry.
Wait, what?
I thought I could kill him. I don't know.
No, just back and then come back. You go back in. If you walk back into lane, then you would get there before the Cho'Gath was just about to back, and then you can push the lane into tower and deny him all the farm.
All good.
Don't worry about it. Yep.
Okay.
You get boots if you want as well. That helps you. Good. Let's get into lane. Fortunately, this Cho'Gath's fucking incompetent, so you're lucky.
Okay. Yeah, that was nerve.
Right. Yeah. Well, this is why like I offer both live games and VODs because not everyone's made for live games. Some people don't like the pressure, so like maybe a VOD review would be best for next time. But like we're in a live game now, so just try and chill and just focus on the lane.
Oh, I like live games. It's just
Okay, just sure. Press tab. Let's see his CS. Well, okay, you're ahead by a bit. We want to deny him more. Like we need to put more pressure on him. He's going for farm. Yeah, your issue is basically like as you can tell in your laning, like you've been basically trying to go for like big trades all the time. We want to just go for little trades, so auto W or just little autos and stuff every time he goes for the farm. W then back off. Just back off. I mean, I don't mind if you stack him if you get loads of stacks, but like within reason, just let him go, and then you just do it again and again. And now your spells are back up. Good. And just back off. Look how fucked he is. Look at his mana. He's fucked.
yeah, he's pretty low.
He's in lethal right now.
So I can E him the next time.
Yep, you can E him if when he walks in for the farm, which he will do. Look, he's about to come. No, he doesn't want it. Okay, that's fine. He misses it. You need to look to trash you, by the way. Like, yeah, just obviously it's pushing wave again.
Okay.
You didn't crash it well enough. So you need to push this wave too. Don't worry about him.
Oh, don't. Okay.
You can Q him, like you can kill him actually. Like I just mean like don't worry about him too much. Yeah, you can do that obviously. But I just meant in terms of your mental focus, your focus was more on pushing the wave up.
Okay.
And until he makes the mistake to walk into you, and obviously you can kill him. Yep,
And then
that's fine. You can just back. Yep,
Okay.
nice. But do you feel the level of control over the and him?
Yeah.
You just watch the minis. It's so simple. Let's get Phage and then that's fine. Let's press tab again. Let's see how much he has.
He has 28.
20 now. You see?
Okay, I'm above 20. Okay.
Yeah, just from that last few minutes.
All right.
This is what happens when you learn to do stage 2 properly.
I will not
Just little trades every time. Let's go in lane and do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Because we should now be ahead by a nice margin. Throw at him. Just wait. Yeah, now you're going. Good. Let's back off. Yeah. If you see, your issue was you stayed up, so you took damage. Good. That's fine. Just let him go. Just back off again.
Okay.
Keep doing that every time he comes in for fun. Yeah, don't randomly attack minis, remember. Last hit them.
Yeah, I was trying to hit the small ones, but I couldn't.
I know. It's fine. He's gonna miss this one. So obviously be aware of Chakra, but you should be fine. Stay towards the top side. Obviously, if Cho'Gath randomly runs at you, it's quite an obvious sign that Chakra's.
Yeah.
Yeah, you keep going for trades which are just a bit too big. That's why you're taking damage back. Just deal the little damage, back off. Deal the little damage, back off. Yeah? Then just back off. Good. Just keep doing that. You might want to, like... This is an important shot.
my destination is clear.
Good, and it's back off. Good, that's much better. It's
I
fine.
can kill.
Make no
Go for it if you feel it's lethal. Just wait, but don't go for it on him. Let him walk into you, and it makes it really easy. That's fine. He used the spell. Remember, he's using cooldowns in the wave. Now, walk up now, just to make sure he's not backing. Okay, he's staying. That's fine. I just didn't know if he was doing some really weird movement. That's fine. He's wasting mana. He's wasting mana. Good. This guy's an idiot.
I have my
Don't worry about him. Just watch the minions. Stay in your pocket. He's gonna come to you. He wants those minions. It's fine. He keeps wasting his mana. Yeah, unlucky with the Q. Back off.
I will not rest.
Yeah, you're still trying to draft him a bit. Now you want to fin the wave, just push him wave. Like you see how big that wave is. You need to, yeah, you watch out for him. But like, good, good. He's wasting a lot of mana.
My destination is clear.
Right, he's missing. Let's walk up just a bit. Yeah, he's still here. Good. That he wasn't going for a minion then, right?
Yeah, I forgot.
He's wasted. Right, yeah, now he's fucked. Yeah, he's got no mana, so just fuck him up. Fuck him up. Auto Q.
Oh my god, I missed.
Yeah, it's alright. Q again.
Oh,
You fucked up. Yep, you fucked up. It's fine. But regardless of the death, press tab and let's have a look at the CS again.
I'm still up.
Still 20. Nice. So you're actually still up by a kill.
Uh-huh.
Gold. Let's spend the gold anyway. So probably,
Yeah, is this fine?
yeah. And then you you might want to like
Never retreat.
sell your pots maybe. Yeah, you navigate the component for the boots, so you can sell your pot and get boots up. Yeah, buy your boots. That helps. So. And then we're looking to finish back lever. Just check what's going on over there. Just put your camera on Chakra, or like just watch it. I see. Cool. So Chakra's dead.
Yeah.
So that's nice. Right, let's do it. Yeah. So yeah, let's go back and really watch the minions just a bit better and just limit yourself to those trades. Just don't go up unless he's walking in for CS.
Okay then.
This guy has shown he's willing to waste his entire mana pool on wave. So as long as you avoid the damage and don't take it for free, you're gonna naturally beat him. There, just back off. Okay, just back. You stayed up a bit too long. Fine. Yeah, just really be just a bit careful of staying up for big trades. Just keep going for little one, and don't take 3 damage from his spikes. Good. Fine, he can fuck around if he wants to. Oh. Fine, if he gets too close, just cure him.
My destination is clear.
He's missing, so let's pin it. You see where he's there? He's doing straddle. So we're not going to push because like it's going to come back to. If he roams, okay, push now, push. Oh no, watch him. Sorry with your camera. I just want to make sure he doesn't commit. Basically, but he's really doing it really slow. Nice. He's just gonna miss farm. He's missing that space. Fine. Good. It's hilarious how bad these laners are. Here he is. Good. Yeah, he is. The problem is you got in a big trade with him. You probably have to consider back unless you land lucky axe. I guess you can use the basic sustain, but like you'll be really careful. He can ult you. He has flash, I believe. Yeah, your biggest problem is you're very focused on trying to kill him or trying to like deal big damage to him instead of just being patient and doing little trades with him. Good.
Oh god.
Yeah, you're lucky. But yeah, I don't want to see that again later.
Alright.
Right. Just little trades, honestly. Little trades and watch his damage, and you'll get him in lethal. Even Choga.
I'm just afraid he'll out-sustain it.
He won't. He keeps using mana on the waves.
Okay, and then I'll just push this and back, right?
Yep. Yeah, push it. No, push it. We want to deny all the CS tower. No, you're getting ahead now. Like. Yeah, it's fine. Right. Let's do Black Cleaver, and then we'll probably have to go into Spirit Visage, second item. Because he's obviously an AP champion.
Make no mistakes.
Yeah, nearly 30 CS difference now. So that's 2 kills. Good. I'll let you with that. Whenever you're in the tower, focus the CS. Obviously, you can queue them and shit, but like your main focus on the tower is to get farm.
Alright.
So beware, Chateau's missing. So like he could be like they could be trying to go for like a. Oh yeah, no, sorry, I wasn't church by the way. I wasn't looking at the fucking ad.
That's fine.
I was looking at your stream. It's fine. Cool. There he jumps. And just back off, good. Just keep doing that. The point is to constantly do it every time he goes for farm. Like that, if you give him free farm like that. Good. It's fine. Just keep watching the minions. You now have 2 levels over him, like you're in a very strong position.
I guess.
Yep, so just wait, don't give it away. Now you're on. Q. Q, auto, W, O, and instead. Good. Push the lane, hard as you can. Right, we're gonna get this turret down, we're gonna clear the next wave. While we're doing this, just check dragon quickly. Just have a little check. Good. Just see what's going on. Clear the wave with Q. So then your minions will attack the tower with you the next wave. Get these W's and shit. Good. Excellent, let's push another wave. And then back.
Alright, back after this wave.
Right, so now you've got turret down, and now it's this. Now we're moving into the mid game. So you crush lane, which is good. Okay. When you get in this position now, your aim is just to push, keep top pushed, but you're not going to follow it. You're not going to be like up here. What you're going to do is you're going to push it into Cho'Gath constantly, and then look to like do other things when you can. So you're sort of going to like try and control top and mid. You're going to go top now because Cho'Gath's going to push it by the time you. He's going to push it before you. Yeah, you have to push one wave first. Because that wave is about to. You have to go top because the wave is about to meet in the middle of the lane.
Okay.
As you can see.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about watch it. You just watch the map, watch the waves. It helps you.
Is this bad that I'm entering through?
It was potentially a bit risky. Like I preferred you went through tower, but like it's still okay because like there's a very low chance for you. That's good. It's fine. You want to push this wave now. We're not doing freezing anymore. Just push it. We're basically gonna constantly snow him with waves and then look to pressure mid and top. That's how. This is what you do once you crush lane. Just push next wave. You're allowed to be aggressive. Like, oh, Jin's here. Brilliant. That's good for us. I mean, this is good, by the way, because it means you force the enemy to come into your lane. You create so much pressure that they're forced to come into top lane.
Alright.
Ward try. Or ward, like red, yeah, just to make sure they don't come. Nice. And then you point your back top. Because Jin's pushing. Just turn around, wait, watch that button next to you. There's potentially literally a fire button. Okay, never mind. I'll say that, like, if they were literally going to fight next to you, you probably want to go help it. I wouldn't be scared of Jin, by the way, he's on his own. If you land an E on him, like, you should have landed an E on him then, by the way, because he's watching you. Yeah. And you can one-shot him. Don't be scared, walk up. Like, I don't know why you're scared.
I don't know.
Chaco's dead.
Yeah.
Right, Cho'Gath's pushing bot lane, therefore we want to push top lane. We want to pressure the fuck out of this Jin.
Alright.
Yep. Yeah, you should be, you can even, yeah, just wait, let him fuck up. You should be the one whittling into him, not taking 3 damage from him, not taking 3 autos, but if he gets too close, you just, yeah.
Can I flash for him?
You need to flash for him, but you have phase rush, you have Ghost, for example, you have Ching, yeah, oh, unlucky. You're not that he's dead, yeah, it's fine. Holy shit, he wants to die. He actually wants to die. He actually wants to die. Never mind, he backed off. Okay, you learned this lesson. Now back off, because you don't know where people are. Yeah, you shouldn't have walked up there, that was your mistake. Just back off. Yeah, no, once people go missing, then you back off. But the point is people weren't missing when I was saying don't back, though. No. Don't die to wait for them, though. Holy shit, man. What I mean is you stand there and you just look at great pressure and hold the wave. You're not looking to die to them, don't land it, don't get hit by her Q. Or her ult. Don't know why you walked into her. Yeah. Why would you walk into a mod ult? You just flash your back out of it.
Yeah.
It appears to me very clear, like, once you get into the you don't really think. Which is the wrong thing to do. You don't really think about what to do.
I think my mindset was the turret would help me.
No. As you just saw. No, like, if you had just backed out of the mortal, gone back in, you would have probably been able to double kill them. Yeah, okay, so when it comes to mid-game, your aim is purely to push lanes and group.
Okay.
That's it. So when the monkeys are fighting, you want to be there. You're not flashing in. You're not going for engages. You're not trying to go on the back line. You're waiting for them to make mistakes and punish it. Which is why I'm telling you to constantly watch it. You know how I kept telling you to like check things? It's because of that. It's to see what they're doing. Just sometimes you have to, if they're fighting, you have to walk over, fight, right? And it's low elo. They fight all the time. When you're not fighting, when nothing's happening, like check that, good. You're just pushing lanes. That's all you need to do. It's like right here, yeah. You're sort of looking to help your team. Here we go. Yeah, Shakra killed Nami. You probably need to help Zareth. Focus Cho'Gath. Good. Excellent. Q and then just kill him. Nice. Push top. That was very nice. Yep. Good. Ari's bot lane, so the Chakra is the only one who can interfere with you right now. So this is fine. The mid's pushing. It's really good. Kane's here. Good. So you flashed. Find this. Yeah, I know. But you have flash. You need it. No, he landed the knock drop straight. Oh shit. And just get the fuck out before he. Get ready for the W. Yeah. Get ready for the next W. Get ready to step upwards when he fires it. Oh, he fired it down. Brilliant. He's an idiot. You might need to Q as well if it speeds up. Here's the next W. Yeah, you got to. Yeah, it's fine. Here, don't worry. It's fine though because they're wasting time. Just look at the waves.
Should I?
So.
I think random is that okay?
Yep, that's fine. It's fine. Items fine. Upgrade your trinket as well. Yep, this is all fine. But you want to get there, though. You want to get right in there. Okay, they're lost, never mind. So you're trying to do anything about that. Wait, did you get red trinket or?
I got red, yeah.
You want blue.
Oh, I want blue? Okay.
Well, you can get red for Shadow if you really feel it, but I don't think it's been too much of an issue for you, so. I value blue a lot, especially for like regular laners, because of it's just safe. Don't go top. In fact, Pinterest down as well. You have to stay mid because they're mid. But she can go there now. Like I was worried, like they'd run up. Yeah, just go back down mid. They're basically. I tell you what they're about to do. They're going to push the entire wave. They're going to pressure top or Baron, or they're going to run down mid. They are deciding to do the first thing. So they're going to pressure Baron or look for a pick on Trist. So we want to push mid in response and try and see if we can get our team's going to go in and pressure them back. But they're just, I think they're just vision controlling. So, yeah, push mid, but be really careful they don't come mid. Also, watch out for that. What's going on in the jungle? Yeah, they can literally come mid behind you. You can get in there. Yeah, let's kill this fucking ward. Good, let's go mid. Push mid. Let's push the mid wave. Shame if Trist was in mid lane or top, you could do Baron, but push another wave is safe too. Right now, the only people on the map. Okay, never mind. Jin's here. He's gonna clear the wave. It's back off. Good. All good. Just push another wave basically safely. And then we're just looking to sit with our team. Trista's pushing bot lane, so this is really nice. Team's moving towards bot side, it seems. So just slightly towards bot. So you have to stay back. You're not looking to fight them. You're not looking to go in on them. By the way, basically let the idiots start the fights for you.
Alright.
They will do. No engages unless literally Jin into the front line, then yeah, go ahead. But he's not going to. Just stay back. Don't worry about them. Just literally just wait. Just wait for the stuff to happen, then punish it. Someone always gets impatient, and if it's your team, unlucky, you can still punish it. It's usually the enemy though. Someone will flash in, someone will use a cooldown. People go crazy. You just sit there and then you punish, right? Obviously, don't clump, don't get fired. Try not to get 5-man ulted, at least.
Okay.
You know, but like exactly. But yeah, why are you walking up? So just wait. Impatience. Just wait. Just stand next to Zara, stand next to Tristana. You know, you're trying to keep your carries alive basically, and letting them deal damage. You're letting the enemy fuck up, and then you punish them hard for it. Yep. Be really careful though. Just like not yet. Now you can punish. That's fine. Just don't walk right into Jin or Ori. That's obviously the clan. Nice dead. He's in. Just shatter I meant. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Did you see what I mean? You just wait. Everything presents itself to you. Humans do not function well under pressure or deal with pressure well. So.
Yeah.
Yes, so don't put pressure on yourself. Don't try and be the hero. Just let them try. Unlucky. You gain so much more from it. Just get the tower. Try and get in him if you can before it goes up. Watch Jin. Holy shit, man. Yeah, you can literally walk up and eat him. I wouldn't mind if you flash eat him though. No, you probably can't because the enemies are coming up. But in that frame, because you had Tristana right next to you. Just back off, just get out. The problem with doing that now is that the enemy team's there, so it's too late. Right?
Okay.
Your problem is you're scared to do it when it's right to, but then you do it when it's so it makes no sense. Like, I was telling you to do it when he only had, like, Maud wasn't next to him for quite a bit, and he was on his own, and you had Tristan next to you. Makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
I was scared to blow my flash.
Why? The enemy team's dead. That's the time you go in.
I don't know. I'm always scared to use my summoners for some reason.
Don't.
Okay.
Like, don't use them stupidly. Like, as I said, wait till the end of the fights. But when like the time comes, you execute. That's the best way to do things. Yeah, no. Like in that scenario, he was literally on his own, and you had a Tristan next to you. He's dead. Right? You get Jin. That's massive.
All right.
Whereas you go in when the entire enemy team's coming up to the fountain. Yeah, it's not going to go well. And now this is what you're seeing now is a chain result of that decision. Because now your teammates are falling to them. They only get Baron. Every action you take has a consequence in the game.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't respect this. Like a lot of people like flame their team and say, "Oh my." No, a lot of lead is determined by decisions you make in game.
Yeah, I can see how that was.
Yep. So just back off it. Just back off here because we don't know where people are and our team's dead. So sit back. But yeah, obviously when you do fall behind, you know, when you're in, you just wait and you just fall back. Wait for waves. Push waves. Good. Wait for your team. You might want to just sit mid, just for a second, just to push the extra wave in, and then go help them. Obviously, watch out for enemies. We don't know where people are. I mean, do it safely. It's fine to sit here. There is a very high chance they are top side, though, pressuring Barret. Oh, never mind, they choose bot side. Okay, they're idiots. They want their shitty Cloud Drake instead of Baron pressuring, but they have complete control over top side, aside from Kane. Oh, they just want to sit mid, okay. Yep. So yeah, we're grouping, try and keep basically Zareth and Trist alive at the start of fights. That's your job. Just try back and protect them. They deal damage, they die, you have no damage. Don't get inside it, and whatever you do, stay out of choke points because Ori lands the easiest fight like alive. Same with Chodef. Same with Chodef Spike. Same with Maud Q. Same with Jin W. Like, it makes it really easy to. Yep. Stay in the back line. Make sure no one jumps on them. If someone jumps on them, yeah, it's fine. Hey, look at Shatter. You literally let him kill your back line, yeah? Now you lose. Right. Because you wanted to go and get the kills.
Yeah, I just when I get my hemorrhage or my passive, I try to.
Yeah.
Get...
Yeah, you get bloodlust, don't. Because you lose. No, okay.
Surrender.
Yeah, no, team fighting. This is how you team fight. You start a fight and sort of towards the middle, but like suddenly, when nothing's been wasted, you just protect your carries. That's all you need to do. You just sit next to them and protect them. Because as you're seeing that team fight, their carries didn't die, did they?
No.
Right, and they just wiped your team. Because guess what? Carries deal damage, and if carries are dead, you have no damage.
Right.
Obviously, you can't control someone inting or something or being retarded, but you can do your best to try and help them. Obviously, buy an item. Let's have a look at the enemy team.
Oh, sometimes I get Righteous Glory. Is that bad?
No, Righteous Glow is fine if you want to get it. And there's a lot of Koreans bought it if you feel like you want it.
Yeah.
Especially if you, but no, yeah. You should have sold Doran's just to get the glacial, but you have to go in now. But yeah, if carries die, you have no damage. So yeah, right. I mean, you have to go in with this. They're probably, I don't never mind not starting it. Good. I was worried they're gonna start it. Yeah. So yeah, next fight, just try and keep Tristan's Zeref alive. Obviously, once everyone's burnt everything, once like it's getting towards the middle end of a fight, and then you go in, because you're a full rotation Darius, and they have absolutely nothing, right?
Yeah.
That's when you go in. That's when you do the flashes. That's when you kill people. Like at the end of the fights.
Okay.
Try and protect him. Don't die for him. That's never a rule. Or he's about to watch and ult everyone if you're not careful. Good. Yeah, good. That's much better. You're fucking up the Shaper. Good, that's much better. And now, oh look how the fight's going. I wonder why. Right? You know, it's really that simple. Yeah, Kane inted. Oh well. You know, it went a lot smoother than the previous fight, and that's why. Because you kept the damage alive, and they guess what? You just shredded them. Yeah, push that mid wave by the way before going Baron, because it puts more pressure. And don't die to Jin and Chodaf obviously, but it just. Oh. Triss is gonna cover the wall by the way, so just be ready for that. Yeah, just and then kill Chodaf. You think you can kill him, obviously. He can't kill you.
Stop chasing this guy?
No, kill him. Like, death time is getting big. Put him down.
No,
Yeah, you fucked up.
yeah.
But she didn't, so. Yeah, now she had to flash. Hit him Shatter. Cool. You also should have winded up Q for sustain. You fucked up. You know, like right before the Maud stun, the ult stun, you should have basically pressed Q and you would have lived there.
Alright.
Because you know during her Tava thingy, you have time to use spells. So if you just winded up the Q, you would have got the heal and survived.
Yeah, I thought I was far away.
No, you're inside it. And sell Darans, and then you can get Titanic if you want. You can get War Mods. You can get 4 mail of Jin. Well, I guess 4 mail's not ready for Gen in this game. You can get Dead Man's. Either's fine. Just depends whether you feel. If you feel you have enough damage, you get time. If you feel you want a bit more damage, you get Titanic. It's.
Sterex, is that good?
I wouldn't recommend Sterex. Right.
Oh no.
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 Not in this game.
Okay.
Sterex is a nice item, but like I mean, you're doing well, but like I just feel like you have enough damage. You're not having issues killing people, and the main issue is Jin. So.
Okay.
And yeah, Titanic gives you a bit more beefiness than Sterex gives you. Right, again, just wait. We're just sitting on Tristan's era. Especially watching out for Shatter like last time. I know what the fuck she's doing. I know she has GA. I guess she has GA, but like, yeah, at least we get Ari. Really nice. Just watch out. You're just really watching out for Shatter. He's gonna try and bat. He's gonna try and jump back line. Good. Excellent. He's gonna jump sometime. Oh, he's up there, so don't worry. But the only thing you have to watch out with it looks a bit funny with the camera thing actually. It's quite funny. That's how it moves.
Oh.
Yeah, that like I don't know. Cool. Just wait. Put it in head. And then we can go bot lane. Or Baron. Yeah, Shatter exactly, yeah. He died, nice. We can do Baron. Yeah. Just drop your trinket on like red brush, not the close one, but the further away one. Red brush, that's the red. Right there, because that's the only way they can come in, that you don't have vision over. It's unlikely, like, but you know, oh. Let's finish, we can probably finish the Baron and then trigger at the same time. Oh, he fucked up that smite. Good. Let's do top lane. Or mid lane, like, we're just looking to push waves. Probably mid lane, Tristan have the wave. Do it safely, holy shit, that path there.
I'm sorry, that was auto path.
Well, click on your champion then, don't click on the map.
Okay.
But yeah, further you click away, the worse it gets with Riot's pathing. Oh. I wouldn't hurt him now because you only have Nami next to you. If you have like Zerath or Triss, he's dead. Yeah, stop walking up, but there's no need to take 3 damage. Just wait. We can't see anyone. Wait for your team. Mid's pushing, this is fine. Triss is gonna push bot lane, so we just wait. Don't clump to Zari's just gonna water out everyone. Just wait, stay with your team. Yeah. Just stay at the back, like, yeah, because otherwise you lose. Good. Yeah, I like that. I like you. It's fine. Shatter. Yeah. It's alright, you did better that fight. But you see, you still win because the towers don't die.
Yeah, I see.
And look at mid lane, yeah, that's how team fights work. Easy, right?
Yeah.
GG.
Alright, GG. I don't know why I'm always so good at this.
It's normal. It should be that VOD reviews are better for you, but like, everyone's different. Not everyone like I don't do a live games, but I've been nervous as well. Like, not everyone likes having someone like watching them and talking. It's not natural.
I mean, even if this was a game by myself, I'd still make mistakes.
Yeah, that's true, but like, yeah, but some people just like play it, like, you know what I mean. Take it from me, like, everyone learns in different ways. Anyways, GG. So, but, you know, I hope you felt it a bit in that game.
Yeah? Oh, yeah.
In lane and after lane. Oh, look, you're in Sirius.
Okay. I'm silver in this one.
Yeah, so it's a chance to draw. It's alright, anyways. So, so to conclude the session, yeah, so you need to pass stage 1 to start with, get comfortable with your CS, and then move on to stage 2. After lane, you know how to approach that now. It's very simple.
How do I
obviously do it.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said after lane, you know how to approach it as well.
Okay. Okay then.
Like, yeah, because we did it that game. I told you how to do it.
Alright.
Right? Was that? I mean, are you clear on that? Sorry.
Yeah.
After lane, grouping and pushing basically. Nothing else.
How do I know if am I ever done with stage 1, or should I just practice that daily?
No, you have to jump past it.
Oh, so there
I
is
told
passing.
yes.
Okay.
I told you how to jump past it.
Yeah, it's
earlier.
34 at 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then go into round to get the 70. No, you have to pass it, and then you go on stage 2 and you do what you were doing there. That game.
All right then.
Yeah, that's how it works. You have to pass the stages. But the point is the word once you pass the stage, you never have to go back. Like these skills, the word you put down, the skills you pick up, they'll never leave you, and you'll improve as a player.
All right.
And yeah, then you just work on stage 2, and yeah, stage 2 is the hardest, and usually it's very rare that people completely master it off the first session, but on average it takes people 2 sessions to pass stage 2. It's not just the in-game stuff as well. Like learn the fundamentals and learn this approach usually involves a complete rework of your principles and your approaches to video games and everything, and in real life as well. It's really like breaking it down and making it better. And then if you get through it, you'll go all the way. If you don't, you'll drop out. That's how it works.
Okay then.
Yeah. Obviously, you can keep in loop with me. You can message. I don't usually take kindly to complaining about games and stuff. But no interest to me. But I don't mind constructive questions.
Yeah, I had some questions for like the game.
Go on then.
Well,
ask me some questions.
What was your question about blue and red trinket? Because I usually get red trinket.
I like blue because it's a safe use of vision, especially for like Baron and Dragon and stuff. Also, you're playing at a level where they don't really have many, so.
Okay, and then.
Yeah. If you were like a jungler or a support, I'd take you right.
Oh, okay. And then
yeah.
For like, I've never built Titanic before. Why did you pick that over Sterex?
Because if you look at all the Koreans that built Titanic after their full build, yeah.
Oh, okay. I never knew that.
And it's quite nice on him.
All right.
It's actually quite a nice item with the like bruiser tanks. So.
All right.
Yep. Like you see the likes of let me think. I'm gonna search some champions which come to my mind. Just make sure I'm correct. So like you see Mortis, she's like for example, Camille's one who builds at the moment.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Titanic's an alright item. Steris is fine. In that game, I felt the like beefiness and stuff you get from Titanic, and the fact that it was in their builds gave you more than Steris would. If you were against like a full squishy team, especially AD, I'd take you as Steris.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, but they had a lot of health and stuff, and your issue wasn't damage, so. Well, it was nice to have a bit more damage, but yeah, that was all.
All right.
If you read what it does, you'll see how much it gives you.
Man, I never considered it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, thanks.
Anything else? No problem.
I don't have questions right now, but I'll message.
Okay, cool. There's one other thing I want you to do.
Yeah, what?
Which is, I'm going to also set you to watch VOD. So I want you to do it on Twitch now. You can open your Twitch.
On Twitch? Okay.
Yeah, you're going to do this daily as well. This will help you improve as a player. Yeah, just go on Twitch.
I'll just open it here.
So I want you to watch. Oh, Nick's streaming. That's interesting.
Yeah, he's streaming.
Cool. Well, anyways, so you're gonna watch. I want you to watch top laners and VODs every day. Like we're gonna try and prioritize like good Koreans as well. But I'm gonna give you a list. So the first one I want you to search is Kuve.
Oh, Kuve.
Kuve. Yeah. It's a lol Kuve. It's not that. Whoever the fuck that is. Yep. You're following him, good. Good, right. If you don't videos, he has some VODs, but the TSV play, you're following him, that's so good. So whenever he's streaming, you can also watch some of his VODs, but he doesn't have loads. But he has some. Yeah. Doesn't matter if they're outdated, by the way. Like, it's not about that.
Oh, okay.
And then what you want to do is you want to try and find like he might not be playing Darius, but just make sure he's playing like a similar champion. So like you can watch like any melee tank or bruiser for Darius. So like I even like Camille, for example, is fine to watch. Sion,
like this one?
Chodaf. Just how you're gonna be watching these VODs. I'm not gonna go through a VOD review right now, obviously, but you're just gonna be watching how they do the basics, the fundamentals differently to you. Have you got 2 monitors out of interest?
No, I only have 1 monitor.
That's fine. You still do this on one. It's just a bit smaller. What you can do is you can open one. You might have heard Nick say this before, and I advise it as well. I'm advising it for a while actually. Is that You open one of your own VODs next to theirs, side by side, and you can see the differences.
Oh,
And if they're doing something basic differently to you, you want to make it the same. So if they're trading or moving a certain way around the minions, you want to be the same. But I bet you it'll be close to what I've been telling you to do. So I base what I'd say on these players.
okay.
All right. Obviously, they'll be doing some things a bit different, champion differences, but like the basic raw stuff will be the same or better than you.
Okay.
And yeah, but yeah, ignore the advanced shit. Ignore you can even just watch laning phase first 5 minutes, and that's fine. So and this is what you do every day, and you'll pick up things every day that will have you on top of the coaching. I don't even need to tell you, because these guys are the best.
Mm-hmm.
So Truve, next one be I guess you can search Tao, Thao. He's SJT sub top laner. Well, sometimes he starts, but yeah. So Foul, and then you can also search, and he streams a bit, as you can see. And Tara, SJT starting top laner. Also, he's notorious because he gets like 5 accounts into top Korean challenger every season when he was playing solo queue. So yeah, he's very good top laner. Tuve, and then that's the main Koreans. Who are playing out, so they want to be at the top of your list, but I'm also going to give you like a list of like good Western top laners to watch as well. So first one you want to search is Huni.
Huni, okay.
Yep. There you go.
I don't even know his...
Follow him.
Okay.
Next one was going to be Licorice. It's the first one, yeah. Cloud9's top laner. Very good top laner. He's really good, actually. He's sick.
He only has one view.
Someday, yeah, but he probably streams a bit. There he is. I guess you can follow Flame. I don't know what his channel is actually called. It's called Flame KR.
Flame KR?
Yep.
Okay.
That's him. Flame. I guess you can watch Impact as well. Fine with that. Yeah, I think he's called like TL Impact now or something. Yeah, that's him. That's all the ones I can think of from NA. I also want you to follow Alfari. He's the main one I can think of from my US. Let me think. It's quite difficult because the issue is with the other European top laners, they don't really stream in English, or they don't stream much at all. I guess you can follow Vizichachi, probably one of the best Western top laners. Period. I guess that would do. That's a decent list.
Yeah, those are real.
Yeah, he streams in fucking Hungarian. Sorry, I don't have too much like that, but yeah, cool. But there you go. And yeah, you've got plenty of VODs and plenty of streamers there to follow every day as well. Just one, even like 1 or 2 lane VODs a day on top of when you're playing.
All right.
All right.
All right.
And I think that'll do it. Cool.
Okay.
So, work on the stages, and that's all I care about. Deep down. Obviously, the mid to late stuff will help you win games, but if you're not winning, don't worry. I say look to come back for another session when you feel you're either, I guess, hopefully ready for pass stage 2, or you need another little push to pass it. That's usually how it works.
Right.
Stage one's not an issue. I don't probably gonna pass it within today.
Yeah, I think I can pass stage 1.
Yeah. Right. Okay. I'll catch you next time. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you. How do I know if I'm confident? I'm done with stage 2.
Stage 2 competence means the ability to use the pockets to wiggle properly and to trade over the minions 5 or 6 times a wave. Now, trade doesn't just mean damage. Sorry, I don't think I actually fully mentioned that. I don't want to overload you because I got the impression it was a bit when I was explaining it. A trade means there's 3 types of things. So the first one's damage. So if they go for the minion, you hit them. Right?
Yeah.
That's it. There's damage trades. There's CS trades, which means if they don't go for the gold, that's also a trade. The third kind is a mana or cooldown trade. So if you force them to use a spell or a cooldown on the CS.
Okay, that's
so
a successful trade.
Yes, because basically the next time the minion's up, they have less mana or they've used the cooldown. So they only have two options then: damage or farm.
All right.
And you create this using your movements, using your pressure, like literally like telling them I'm here over every single.
Okay then.
So it's not actually the ability to. You need to be able to trade, but you're not actually directly practicing the ability to trade. You're practicing the ability to watch the minions and pressure them over each one, which lets you create the pressure over the three scenarios. All right.
Okay. All right then.
So just remember that. Yeah. And stage 2 competence is someone who comes into a session and shows me to do that 5 or 6 times a wave while not taking free damage, whittling, using bucket.
Okay then.
And if you want to track your actual progress on OPGG, so just join your account, right? Open the Annie game. Doesn't matter, it's Annie. This is just to emphasize. You can open the Darius one if you really want. Yeah, open the Darius one. Let's use it as reference.
Oh, okay.
Just press etc. Press X CS per champion, and then click Ribbon. I assume she was the top laner, not Jax.
I think she was. Wait.
Yeah, Jax probably joined, but right, go on the timeline and go to 10 minutes. Like just mouse over the 10 minutes.
Oh,
So
even.
stage 1 is your CS at 10 minutes. So in that game, you did fine. You're looking for elite near 70 plus. I'm fine with 69.
Okay.
The issue, but the issue is stage 2 is their CS. So you didn't trade properly at all that game. You just farmed.
Yeah, probably.
You see, this is how you track your progress, basically.
Okay then.
It's an actual, metric for showing your improvement. Yeah, you can go on the other game, and this is how I know if someone's doing it properly or not. So basically, if you're doing stage 2 properly, 5 or 6 times a wave, they are not going to have much farm. Right, you're gonna push them down. So again, you didn't CS properly that game. You didn't trade properly.
Okay.
Or maybe you traded, you were focused on trading so much you dropped farm. But it doesn't matter because you didn't farm. But yeah, the reality is if you start trading 5 or 6 times a wave really well, you'll end up pushing them between 20 to 40 CS down.
Just like the
It's that. Yeah, just like the Cho draft, exactly. You did it well that game. Well, you didn't do it 100%, right, if you remember, but you did it. You at least did it.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. Right. So enjoy yourself. Have fun with the fundamentals. I will catch you next time.
All right. Thank you very much.
No problem. Peace.
All right. Peace. Thank you. See you later.